Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris, and today I'm going to do a head shave. I did a face shave yesterday with the R41 and it actually still feels pretty good. It's actually still reasonably close. I've just got a little bit of sort of stubble just come through on the chin here. And other than that, still very smooth. After shave, post shave feeling from the Holy Cause soap is phenomenal. The soap and that aftershave balm which I used was just, yeah, I thought it was going to be very oily. I thought my skin was going to break out in spots and things, but it finished off lovely. I just gave it a rest overnight before I posted it online so I could put a little bit of a comment on there. So yeah, so very cold here in Western Australia today, and by very cold I mean about sort of 15-20 degrees. It's very windy, so I'm going to have a sort of warm shave today. Got my nice cup of coffee here, nice coconut milk latte, and for those of you that are coffee connoisseurs, I'm using Geisha, which is like an artisan coffee maker over here in Fremantle in Western Australia. And the soap I'm going to use is one I haven't used yet. I've used the other two I've got, white and green, so it probably gives you a bit of a hint, including the photograph at the start. Proraso Red, which I believe is sandalwood, sandalwood scent. So scent wise, I can open all the Proraso products and I find they all smell very similar. The green's got a little bit more menthol, the white's a little bit more mellow, this one's a little bit warmer scented, but they all have that Proraso smell. It's a bit like buying a Subway salad or a sandwich. It all tastes the same no matter what dressing you put on it. That's pretty much what I get from Proraso, but I know it works, it's nice stuff. Now I'm pairing that up today. I've had it soaking, I'm just going to squeeze the excess out. My wolf whiskers, Tyrian shaped handle, Iron Throne colours with a 2-band TGN finest with, lucky enough, hook tips and gel tips on here. So I've just squeezed out the water. I'm just going to load straight off the soap. There is a little bit of a colour tint on the top of this soap. It must just have been, probably just been sitting for too long. I've never shaved with this Proraso Red yet, so this will be the first time. It's going to be a head shave, so it's going to get a bit of a workout. I'm normally quite picky with what I use on my head. So I'm just going to load up the brush and then transfer it to my Saponificio Baracino bowl. I'm going to dip the tips a little bit and get a little bit more moisture in here. And spit it. And then I'll whip up a lather in the bowl and then I'll get stuck in with the head shave. Shouldn't take me too long today, I've only got 2 days growth. I want to try and keep on top of it, but whenever I get a nick or a cut, which was actually an injury, my last one, when I walked into I think it was a door frame or a clothesline or something, I can't actually remember what I hit my head on. Hold on, I'm just going to transfer some of this, I think they call it proto lather. I don't know what that means. Posh lather, is it? Pre-lather. I'll just load a little bit more. I'm going to take a little bit more this time. I have not used this brush on my head, so I'm interested to see how it goes. I've had a few issues to begin with, trying to convert back to badger hair from the synthetics that I've been using. So I've got a little bit of proto lather in there. The brush is well loaded. Just going to scoop just a tiny, I'm talking a tiny amount of water there. I don't know if you can see that, it's a very small bead of water, just to aid it in the beginning. Okay. Thought I had a free dog here there. Just before I do that, I'm going to have a little drink before it gets cold. Now, as much as I said I'm going to be having a warmer shave, I'm still doing a cold water shave. So the only thing warm here is my cup of coffee and the scent from this soap, which is a lovely scent. I do love the scent of Proraso. It's just very similar to the Omega sort of creams that I don't know what it is about them. They've got a sort of barbershop sort of feel to them, in my opinion. And this little bowl, I know I keep going on about it, I've not been working on that long. I'm already getting a lovely glossy thick creamy lather. Just going to dip the tips. Because I'm doing my head, I do tend to go through a little bit more lather than I do on my face, so I do try and create a little bit more in the beginning. So I hope everyone's been having a good week so far. It is only Tuesday after all. It's day number 2 of being the kids' taxi for me. I daughter has dancing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. The boys have boxing Monday, Wednesday, and soon they'll have soccer Tuesday, Thursday. I think they only have the soccer on the Wednesday, or football as in. I should really call it football because that's my heritage, but sometimes you've just got to move with the country you live in and accept its ways. So they start the soccer. I think it'll probably just be Wednesdays, but then you'll have games on a Sunday. So the only day I'll have off officially will be a Thursday. And while I'm doing all that, I've got to try and squeeze in 3 games of football for myself, all my work, spending time with the wife, taking the dogs for walks, making dinner. And sometimes you can see the draw of living off the social and getting your paycheck every fortnight and just blowing it in booze and fags. I know not everyone does that, so don't take that as a dig at people. I know there are people out there that genuinely struggle and do try. Right, I'm going to stick with that. I think that's pretty good. And let's just see how we go. Alright, so there's that beautiful ladder there. You should be able to see the sheen on it. For some reason I'm quite lucky the way the light in my bathroom works that you can actually see the sheen on these ladders. This is slightly more aerated than I prefer, but let's just see how we go. Scent wise, I don't know what sandalwood smells like. This is obviously what sandalwood smells like from a Proraso point of view. It's nice, it's alright, it smells like a bit... It is a sort of woody scent, but nothing that sets my heart racing, that's for sure. And out of the tub, it doesn't really do much for me at all, if I'm honest. But I hear good things about it, scent wise and performance wise. Just tipping the tips there, it looks a little bit dry. Now I know there's going to be people out there saying, well, you're just bowl ladders. Why the hell are you spending so much time on your head? Because I enjoy it. That's my answer to that. And it always will be. It's not because I have to. It's because I enjoy it. I enjoy lathering in the bowl, making the actual lather. And then I really enjoy just spending a bit of time painting it on, trying to get a bit more volume in it on my head itself. And as you can see, that's made a lovely lather. Doesn't look super thick, which it's not, but I always find that with Proraso I don't get, as Con Cansanitas would say, a voluminous lather from this. Voluminous, that's my new word for today. Merkur, no it's not a Merkur at all. What are you talking about, you idiot? Mueller R41, or Mule R41. Twist, 2-piece. I've got the feather blade in there, which I use from the sort of 2/3 of my face shave before. Hopefully I've got enough in it to finish this shave off against the grain, but we'll soon see. I'm going to go for a full shave with this today just to give it a test run. So with the grain first. Yeah, that's super smooth. Now once I get to this part of my head, I still come this way, but I'm actually across the grain when I get to this part of my head because my hair starts growing downwards towards my ears. But because the razor is so efficient, I just continue. I don't actually stop and go with the grain, I just keep going across. Because ultimately, I'm looking for BBS on my head, which I always get, no matter what. Very, very slick. Is it as slick as your big brands? Not your big brands, but your quality artisans. No, probably not. Doesn't make quite as nice a lather either. I'm just going to nip this here today because I've obviously still got a bit of beard growing and I don't want, if I don't get to my beard, I don't want to have sort of half a sideburn growing down and stuff. Just see if I can get my mirror again. Don't know whether that's worked. So I think it just needs to come a little bit more. Is it that way? There we go. I know it's pretty useless, but it gives you guys a bit of a look at the back of my head when I'm shaving. Now I've got to say, I've just sent my mule R41 3-piece in the post to a very generous fella in the wet shaving community, who you guys have probably noticed he's always posting his shave of the days, which I think now he just posting it to wind me up because I want a Wolfman. He's always chucking a Wolfman on there. So I've actually sent it over to Nick Barriga, just as a nice gesture. He sent me the futur, which I thought was really nice of him when I bought his wolf whiskers and bought a couple other bits off him, and he didn't have to do that. So I'm just returning, not the favour, I'm just adding to the love in the shaving world. So Nick, hopefully we'll get to use it. He's never used an R41. I hope, like me, that he loves it. It's not a razor for every day. I think Nick pretty much shaves every day, so it's not going to be a razor for him in that sense. But it's definitely a razor worth having in your den for those times when you don't get a chance to shave and you grow a few days growth. That's when it's truly worth its weight in gold. And that is a phenomenal first pass on the front. I'm going to wet my head on the back now. Yeah, I've got to say, I'm pretty impressed with the ladder. I'm actually pretty impressed with the full setup I'm getting now. I'm so happy. I've got another beautiful item. Another little hair there, just a little one. I've got another item on its way from the US, which will be getting posted today, from a trade which I've done over there, with one of the really nice guys over there, who is very similar to myself in that he's an ex-police officer who had to resign through injury to his back, or retire. I don't know whether he resigned or was medically retired, but very nice chap. Very nice chap. I don't even know you use the word chap. I don't know why I used that there. I have been working with my business partner today, who's an Irishman with an Englishman's accent. So let's figure that one out. His whole family's Irish, but he's got an English accent. Poor guy. I do feel sorry for him. Right, with the grain on the back. I just want to add, I know this is an R41. It is based on the, well, not based, it is a 2013 model, or head style, because they haven't changed since 2013, not that I'm aware of. The previous one to that was a 2011, which many say is slightly more aggressive than what the 2013 model is. I haven't tried one, so I don't know. I would like to get hold of one. So this R41, the 2-piece, feels smoother than my 3-piece. I don't know why, but it does. it feels smoother. Whether it is smoother or not, I don't know, because the problem I've got now is I don't have my old one to test it with. That's a really good first pass. I've got no irritation. I don't think as yet. I don't think I've got any nicks, cuts or bumps. Just touching up just a little bit that I missed there. I'm going to empty the bowl out. And I have to apologise, guys. I didn't realise how long some of these videos are going at the moment. I'm just sort of getting in the zone and just enjoying it. And some of them are just coming out ridiculous times. 44 minutes for a head shave is just ridiculous in my opinion. Albeit I was comparing two razors and talking a lot of shit in between. It's time for a little sip of coffee. This is made at home by myself as well. And the coffee's beautiful. It's called the Queen's Crown, the actual coffee itself. So if you're ever in Western Australia and you want to grab some coffee to take home with you, that's the stuff to get in my opinion. It's absolutely beautiful. Sort of really rich, so got notes of caramel. In fact, it's quite a good bit of caramel in it, and a hint of dark chocolate. It's just beautiful. Really nice soap. Really nice coffee. I might have to start up a coffee channel now as well. Right. Now I feel a little bit of against the grain here, and my head here is solid stuff. So let's just see how this holds up compared to the 3-piece R41. I know it's going to do a better job than the Futur. The Futur does a great job. I'm not shooting it down at all. It's a great razor. Oh, thought I had a hair there, but I don't. Which is good. Right, Mueller R41 against the grain, twist against the grain. To say that's smooth is an understatement. That is super smooth. That's not smooth, that's incredibly super smooth. Don't know why I shaved either, but no hair there. It's, sometimes I wish I was just bald, just completely, but it would then take away the fun of being able to shave. And just while I'm on the fun part of it, I'm just gonna, I can just, it's quite handy having that mirror over there. I can see if I need to touch up again. I've really enjoyed doing this YouTube channel. I still do really enjoy it. It's something that really calms me down and sort of lets me think about other things other than what's going on in life, if you know what I mean. For those of you out there that have been watching me, I don't think really anyone knows, I spoke to a few people about it, but recently I've just been diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I've suffered from a breakdown in depression and anxiety previously, probably about 4 or 5 years ago whilst I was still in the police. So I sort of know the warning signs of it. I've managed to get in and speak to a psychologist who happens to be an ex-police officer and actually start talking about things and trying to get through it all again. So it's this is my sort of getaway from life, if you know what I mean. I get on this channel, get in front of the camera, talk a lot of shit for 25 minutes and I really enjoy it. So I just want to put a shout out to everyone else that's out there doing it. Ken Lee of KHL's bullshit and face shaving, and really nice bloke. I'm really happy for him losing his weight. He's really losing the weight big time over there, and I'm really chuffed for you, mate. But I know what it's like myself. I've lost 22, 23 kilos in the last 2 years, and yeah, I know how hard it is and how difficult it is to get to that point. So well done, mate. You were looking cracking today in that photograph. The other one I want to just mention just now is Stephen Suffolk Shaver, who reached 500 subs yesterday. 500 out of the billions of people in the world isn't a lot, but I know it'll mean a lot to Stephen. It means a lot to me when I get to 500, if I get to 500. So just all these little things when I'm on with this wet shaving community and shaving and doing my thing, it really puts a lot of things into perspective for me, just doing things you enjoy rather than doing things for the sake of it, you know. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. So congratulations, Stevens and Ken. Right, just going to give my head a bit of a wet, and then I'm just going to pretty much get the rest of the lather out of this bowl. I've got far too much lather, which is good. Nothing wrong with having too much. I've decided now, rather than skimping and saving on lather, just make extra and do it right the first time rather than mess about trying to make the exact amount that you need. Just make a nice voluminous lather and get stuck in. I'm just going to pretty much paint this everywhere. Right, so this is going to be the, I suppose I've already done the money pass, but this is my money pass. This is a bit that makes me finish with BBS, when I just sort of feel around, feel everything, get rid of the hair and boom, baby smooth. Love it. Let's get this razor the right way around. This razor, don't ask me why, because I can't give you a reason or an answer. Maybe I've just struck a good blade, I don't know. But this is definitely smoother than my previous R41, without question. It's without question smoother. I don't want to get too cocky because this, you guys that have been here from the beginning, you'll know that this razor takes no prisoners for me. If I start getting cocky, it just takes a chunk. Have that, you prick. That's basically what it's saying. Bloody tell the world that I'm smooth. You think this is? And one thing I love about head shaving, I know I'm up at 28 minutes now guys, I'm sorry. But one thing I love about head shaving is that this lather is really, really creamy. Just adding a little bit of water. I know it's really thin now, but I don't need a thick lather now, I just want the slickness for it for these sort of passes. And I'll tell you what, I've just forgot what I was going to say, so I got carried away there. Oh, I think I was talking about over shaving areas. On my face, if I over shave anywhere on my face, irritation, guaranteed. Nothing I can do about it. Just instant irritation, I can feel it straight away. I'm giving this extra today because I'm so impressed with this razor. I'm just going to lather that up a little bit just to get more off the brush. I've got loads of lather. I do have a little bit here, just coming up this direction here, which is normally when I cut myself. This has got to be the closest shave I've had. I know I'm always BBS on my head, so they're always close. But this feels like the smoothest anyway, at least. Easily the smoothest head shave I've had. And over in the mirror, I'll tell you now, that mirror over there, I mean, in the wall, with my aftershaves are. I cannot see a single spot of blood, nothing. I can look in the mirror now. I was actually looking at my camera last time I had a shave and I thought it's a bit small. I forgot I can look in the mirror. But yeah, I can't see any blood, any nicks, any weepers, nothing. I'm just going to empty this water out, and as I'm doing so I'm just going to rinse my head off as well. Right, we're back in 2 seconds. Okay, I was going to finish off with Proraso, but I'm not going. I'm going to finish off with my shaving post-shave moisturiser of the year for 2016. And I tell you right now, I'll be surprised if anything beats this year as well. I've obviously used PAA's Frostbite, Holy Caw, Lav Sublime post-shave balm. I've used the post-shave tonic from Stash Soapworks. Stash Soapworks? Yes. So I'm going to be using Shaveworks, the Cool Fix. And I'll tell you why, because I have had a cracking shave. I just want to feel how much irritation I've got, even though I've got no nicks or cuts. I don't think I have anyway. I certainly can't see anything on my hands. So this stuff's great for ingrown hairs, if you get any. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's enough for about 8 shaves. It just squirted out there with the hard bit. So I'm just going to scoop the hard bit out and chuck that away, because we don't need it. I haven't used it for a while, that's why. I forgot I'd actually had it. Scent wise, I do love the scent now. Sting? What sting? What a shave. What an absolutely amazing shave. Whew. I love doing my head and getting BBS because I can actually understand how it feels for those guys out there that have got the ability to be able to shave the face and get BBS, because that would be my dream really for shaving. One day maybe. Sadly enough, I know it sounds daft, but I generally seem to find, this isn't a dig at you guys out there, it really isn't. But the guys out there that generally can go against the grain, that can get a BBS shave, yeah, Ken Lee's, Chris@iLadder.com, Buster, Paul H, Kevy Shaves, all those guys, no offence to you blokes, they're a little bit bigger, so they've got a little bit more, without putting too fine a point on it, they've got a bit more fat under here. I'm 80, sort of 80, 81 kilos, and my exact, pretty much ideal weight for what I am. I'm very fit and active, and I've got not a lot of fat or anything down here at all. Even when I pull my chin down, I get a little bit here, but that's really forcing my head down. So I can only imagine having that. I feel a bit jealous sometimes when I watch Chris@iLadder and I watch Ken Lee. I mean, Ken, I know you're trying to lose weight, mate, so brilliant. So hopefully you end up like me and you struggle to have a shave on your neck. It's hard enough for you at the moment, I know it is. Paul H films and things, they just, I think you've got more area to shave for a start, so I'm a bit jealous of that. But I'm also jealous of the fact that you can go against the grain a little bit easier. It's really difficult for me to go against the grain because I don't have really any fat down here or anything. I've got nothing. I've just got my Adam's apple and then tight skin. And I mean, everyone's skin's different. And let's say, this is not a go at guys that have got a bit of weight on them. It's just an observation that I've made. People like myself, Nick Shaves, other guys that they've got they're a little bit slimmer and they've not got as much weight about them, I find tend to go across the grain. If you watch Nick Shaves, very, very rarely goes against the grain. If anything, I don't think I've ever seen him go against the grain, if I'm honest. It's always across the grain 2 ways, and that's his finish. He might go a little bit against the grain round about here like I do, but that's about it, because I struggle, and I'm pretty sure he'll struggle the same as I do. And it could just be sensitive skin and the amount of years he's been doing it as well. I mean, I've only been doing it for sort of 8 months, so just a bit of info from my observations of the last 8 months watching YouTube. I'm a bit envious of guys that can get a BBS shave on the face. I cannot get it. I get a damn fine shave most times, but I don't get a BBS. But on my head, whew, that's silky smooth, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to shut up now. I used Proraso Red, which is sandalwood. The scent, it's alright. It doesn't set the world on fire for me. It just smells like Proraso. What I like about that is, it just smells like Proraso. If you gave me that under with blindfold, I could probably say, yeah, that's with Proraso soap. And I probably find with Proraso Blue, which is a different scent again, I'll probably still be able to close my eyes and tell you it's Proraso. They just have that base about them which has got a Proraso scent, in my opinion, just with slight elements changed through them. But they work great. As you can see, I had a cracking shave there. I've got no nicks or cuts, I've got nothing. That's super smooth, beautifully moisturised. I just can't argue with it at all. So that was the soap. The brush was the Wolf Whiskers Tyrian shaped handle, iron thrown colours with a 2-band TGN finest badger. And it worked beautifully. It's a really, really lovely brush once you get to know it a little bit. Difficult coming from synthetics to badger. I can understand where Chris at Isla is coming from when he's talking about it. I've lost a couple of hairs from that, but not much, because Nick Barriga that I bought it from, he looks after his stuff. He'd broken it in, and it was pretty much shave ready when I got it, which was brilliant. The bowl today was the Saponificio Varicino bowl, the Grail bowl. I call it the Holy Grail now because there's just nothing out there better in my opinion. And even if I try new things, I don't think it'll be better than this bowl. If you're a bowl lather and you love bowl lathering like I do, I really enjoy it, get one of these. They're tremendous bowls, they really are. They're so comfortable to hold this big massive handle here, so comfortable. And you can really whip up a great lather with the banana leafing on the bowl and the dimples. It really does work very well. It's not cheap, so guys, look, I'm not out here to try and force people's hands into buying things. I buy stuff sometimes and I can't afford to buy them because I'm so addicted to this hobby, and it'll probably be my undoing with my relationship and everything at one point. But don't just buy something because I'm using it and I say it's brilliant. Buy it if you can afford it for one, if you want it for two, and if you're going to use it for three. Because if you're not going to use it and it's not something you enjoy doing, like bowl lathering, why buy it in the first place? Unless you want something you can afford to buy it and you just want to chuck it on a shelf to look nice, because it is a beautiful piece of work. The razor has really surprised me and I'm really, really impressed with it. The Mueller R41 Twist. So I had the R41 before. You guys have been watching me shave now for the past 8 months. So this one, you twist the bottom until it comes out the top. Top comes off, so it's a 2-piece razor. As you can see, I've got the feather blade in there, which will be, so I'll just leave it down there because it's going in the bin. I only get one use out of a head shave on them now. I don't muck about with them. There's no point in messing around. And that's it. And you just pop it back on, twist it back up, and you're done. That R41, for some reason or another, I don't know why, is much smoother than my other R41, which I've just sent over to Nick Barriga over in South Australia. So Nick, I'm sorry mate, I can't help it. This one is smoother. I don't know why. It's the same head. I don't know whether because it's a 2-piece they've changed something on it. I don't know. But it was smoother, more comfortable. Gave me the exact same close shave, but I'm nick and weeper free. I really can't. I cannot grumble at that shave. That's just beautiful. I'm so impressed. And we finished off just with the one project, with the one item, can't think of what I'm trying to say here. Shave Works the Cool Fix. One of my viewers bought this recently. I haven't heard back whether he actually enjoyed it or not. So if you watch this video, mate, if you can just pop a little comment and let me know how you got on with it. I know you bought it. I personally think it's tremendous stuff. And I think if you don't have it in your den, you're really missing out. It gives a beautiful warm tingle when it's, and if you overshave or you're irritated, this stings like nobody's business. It is like, I haven't tried snake bite by fine aftershave yet, but I can imagine that's what it stings like. This stuff lets you know when you haven't had a good shave. So it's great when you put it on your head and it doesn't sting. But if it does sting, it works wonders for your skin. It really stops irritation, it takes the bite out of it. It's almost like when you put inidine or iodine on a cut and it stings like mad, but then afterwards the pain goes. That's pretty much how that works, and it starts fixing it and repairing your skin. Just tremendous stuff. And it works for ingrown hairs. I've found when I've used this before, and I've stopped using it recently, and I've been having a few little ingrown hairs every now and then. Obviously due to technique and over shaving as well. That really helps. I don't know how it works, but it helps with ingrown hairs as well. So if you suffer from ingrown hairs, get some and try it. If you don't like it, send me a message and I'll buy it off you, and I'll get it shipped over to me, because I'll be getting another bottle soon anyway. I'm sort of halfway through this bottle now. I'm down about here on the bottle. But that's 8 months I've had this, and I've used it quite a lot, so you're going to get a year or two out of one bottle, which is tremendous value. And it's not cheap, it's reasonably expensive. It's between $30 and $50. If you can get it cheaper than that, brilliant. Grab a bottle, seriously, get one. You'll thank yourself for it when you're using it. But other than that, guys, I have talked utter shit in this video, and I think I'm around about 20 minutes now. 30 minutes, not 20 minutes. So I'm going to leave you to it. And once again, just a quick congratulations to Stephen, the Suffolk shaver, for getting up to 500 subs. Brilliant, mate. Congrats. And to Ken Lee, your weight loss, mates. In terms of your weight loss and your shaving, it's been an inspiration, mate, watching you, and I've really enjoyed it. And those guys out there, those numpties that put stupid comments on you and want to wind people up and be keyboard warriors, you can carry on. Brilliant. I can't be arsed with it. I think you're all a bunch of idiots. What life's far too short to be pissing about with people online and just sending daft comments. So sometimes it's best if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's my take on it. And if you want to say anything not nice to me on my video, the worst thing that'll ever happen is if I ever meet you in the street, you'll get a Glasgow kiss. If you don't know what that is, have a look on YouTube for a Glasgow kiss. Other than that, guys, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.